Or a delicious spinach waffle with tangy ricotta cheese.
Joel, the mad scientists are calling, please.
I've got plenty for them, too. But
I'll get it. Well, Aunt Jemima, this time you've really stepped off the deep end. Frank.
Now, do you shred the Swiss cheese or just slice it really thin?
Frank, this time I'm really going to hurt you.
I understand.
Why don't you go and get this week's Invention Exchange, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You've been very kind to me.
Frank, you have no clue. Well, Aunt Jemima, our Invention Exchange this week has to do with meat. Frank?
Well, you know, recently I've become a vegetarian, and it's worked out great, really. You know, the other day my colon looked up at me and said, Frank, thank you. I said, no, thank you. But now what am I going to do with all the meat I have stored in freezers? I figured, hey, why not bring the meat back to life?
That's right. That's why we've invented the meat reanimator. Hook it up, Frank.
Clear.
It's alive! Alive! My corn-fed Minnesota chicken is alive!
You know, I thought this was a good idea, but this is one weird mamma jamma.
What do you think, Garrick Utley?
Chicken waffles?
Oh, you're weird. Which results in creativity.
Which results in my latest invention exchange. It's a very literal interpretation of the old waffle iron. Let's say you love traditional waffles, but you like the classic simplistic styling of the old pancake. No problem. Just douse it with a little Mrs. Butterworth spray starch, like that. Okay. Cover it with a cloth to avoid burns, and iron.
Hey. And? Gee, it turns an ordinary waffle into a flat waffle.
And cleanup's a breeze. What do you think, sirs?
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Dear God, what have I done? What the heck is going on up there? Hey, Frank, will these work on waffles?
Yeah, I think so.
Very good. Ooh, the Mads are calling.
Hello, Button. Let's slam straight away into this week's Invention Exchange.
Big noses.
That's right, the super schnoz.
El grande vosotros.
What?
Big noses.
Right. Durante, eat your heart out. Big honkers.
Coming at ya.
In 3D. Do I smell pie in the oven?
Not in this building. Say, Doctor, sports scent tonight?
Well, what's the point of the big noses anyway?
Well, they're just really big, you know? Just think of the stuff you could do with them.
Very useful. Now I can brown nose myself.
Wow, you and I are kind of on the same wavelength. I thought of my invention exchange as being this big head.
Who's that guy with the big head?
Hey, Joe, can you help me with my algebra?
Sure, no problem. It's a snap with my new big head.
Well, say, Joel, do people make fun of you now that you have a big head?
Oh, sure, people are naturally curious. But then I explained to them that I've got a really big head.
There's no
Joel, are you in any pain?
No, it's just a really big head.
So I guess we can say that you got a big head there, huh?
Yeah, you can.
Big as all outdoors.
It's real big, sirs. What do you think?
I knew a man in Chicago once that had a big head. No, it was nowhere near that big.
Oh, Doctor, I don't mean to stick my nose into your business. But shouldn't we really be getting to the movie?
Right you are, my long-nosed companion.
Oops, I think the Mads are calling.
Yeah.
Happy hour is over, Taco Beelzebub. You know, in your little food talk, you failed to mention that breakfast is still the most important meal of the day. Isn't that right, Frank?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, I usually try to have my breakfast first thing in the morning. Which for me is usually about 2:30 in the afternoon. Oh, God, it hurts.
There. Why don't you run along and play, Frank?
Thanks, Steve.
He's in therapy. Well, anyway, our invention exchange this week is for family members who won't come in for breakfast. You bring breakfast to them with the breakfast bazooka. Oh, Frank, come in for breakfast.
I'm playing.
You died, Joe. this delicious meal has a flat trajectory and a muzzle velocity of 2,400 feet per second.
It's all part of this nutritious war.
What do you think?
What a coinky-dink. Our invention is based on a similar concept.
That's right. It's for the hurried youth of today. So busy, they sometimes forget to stuff their faces with toxic, chemically laced, life-shortening sugar snacks.
Yeah, it's called the between meal mortar. Check it out.
Clear.
Look out, guys!
Wow. Oh, they say you never hear the snack with your name on it.
What do you think, sirs?
Well, Julia Childish, you're expelled.